So the key value in prototyping your product to the best of your ability, meaning where it looks, feels, and operates as close to what it will when it hits the store shelves, is very important when going to visit potential investors, potential licensing agents, because if you don't have a really good model of what they can see and touch, and it really diminishes the value of that product. It really diminishes the ability of that product to reduce the customer's pain, and without that, potential investor or licensing agent really truly believing in your product, they're probably not going to invest in it, and they're probably not going to send you to the next level as far as licensing your product. The key issue is if you see something and it looks like you've put it together out of parts from Home Depot or Lowe's, it's a matter of trust and risk that they're putting into that product that, man, the fit and finish is just not what we're looking for. We don't think this product will sell. You get one chance to make a first impression with those types of people, and most of them are in a highly influential position, and you want to make sure you put your best foot forward. So making sure that you get the best prototype that you can get, and for the money and investment that you have, is very important. We see a lot of people go through 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 iterations of prototyping, going from this shop to this shop to that shop, from their garage at home, and that's a typical process. But the problem lies that we see is the fact that they're taking it to all these different people with every iteration, and people are seeing it with this and that in different shapes and forms, and it's just not as crisp, and it just doesn't show very well. It's a showmanship type issue. We offer prototyping, and what we try to do is we usually build a prototype that was what we call a test unit first. And it's really just a test. Will it do what we're claiming it will do? So we build that first, because if you can build something that looks wonderful, but if it doesn't function and work, it's not going to do you a lot of good. So we typically try to do a fit, form, and function prototype first to make sure it will perform, and then we move into the 3D modeling, making it where it's a consumer-friendly product, if that's what it is, and where we do a lot of 3D printing of the parts, where we try to make them, we do a lot of painting, and from Bondo to you name it, to try to make those parts look as realistic as we can. A lot of molding, quick molding of pieces and parts, machining it all out of billet, knowing that we're going to injection mold it, but we still do that to make sure. So a lot of our clients start off building this, prototype in their garage, and they come to us and they say, hey, we're ready to make this product. And the biggest problem we find is that they've done no market research. They don't know how many they can sell. They don't know how big the market is, and they've done no real life market research with their product. And so what we found, we've had several clients come to us. The prototypes were just not at the level that they needed to be, but we sent them out. We did the market research. We got back a lot of negative, feedback, but it was really all about the fit and the form of the product, and not really knowing what main market or sector that product's going to be successful in. So you're out sending prototypes to 5 or 6 different markets, just testing the waters. But it all goes back to the market research. If you don't have a third party out there doing it, you can try to do it yourself, but you always have to ask yourself, are you reading and believing your own hype, or are you getting good, firm data from an outside source? I used to do the same myself. I would think that I had invented the greatest possible piece, and then when I got it out doing the market research, I found out I was way off. This is not what the consumers really wanted. It's what I thought they wanted. And you really have to get that piece in there. That is a huge integral piece to get that market research and live data from what those consumers thought about your product. As you're making these prototypes and getting them out there, you're continually making those changes. The problem I see is everything they hear that people don't like about it, they try to fix it all. And you're not looking to solve 100% of the populace's problems. You're just trying to do that 80-20 rule. So what you want is when you send out 10 prototypes, you want to send out 10 prototypes, get their list of things they like and didn't like. And what you want to do is check each list and see if there's one thing that's common among all of the responses. And try to address that in your next prototype. Don't try to address everybody's top 10 because you're never going to get the product finished. It'll never be completed as far as a design, and you're never going to sell it because you're trying to meet everybody's need, and you're never going to do that. It's the 80-20, 70-30 rule. I mean, because if you're meeting 70 or 80% of a market's issue, problem, you've created a great product. I know people that meet 10% of a market, but they own 100% of that 10%, and they're still very successful and considered a niche.